Hey, everybody, and welcome to 13 Now, a special extra late edition of 13 Now, because we've had all sorts of crazy assignments and things we've had to cover so far today. With you, as always, is me, your trusty newsman, Steve Couge, and joined by the very lovely Juanique Martinez, meteorologist Juanique Martinez, who's going to be breaking down some of the weather we got going on here in the upstate New York capital region. I'm going to be busting down with some of the cool news that we've been covering today. And Juanique, as we all know, the big story today was what? That giant, massive ball of, there was a massive ball of burning gas way up in the sky that was temporarily blocked by some big rock that's been circling and orbiting the Earth. I just think the scientific way of putting it, right? An eclipse. The eclipse happened today, this huge solar eclipse, and it passed right over New York, and it was the talk of the town, and people could not have been any more excited than they possibly could have been. Anyway, it was amazing. If you guys watched, stuck your heads out the windows, hopefully these people who are watching right now, when weren't in some place where, they had cloud cover, or maybe someplace where they were stuck inside an office building where there is no windows to see outside, or they got like a bad, mean boss who doesn't let them go outside to take a break to, look up at the eclipse with special glasses.
Yeah.
Luckily, we were able to do all that. Anyway, let's show some of the cool video that we got from the special eclipse time, because we had people all over the place talking about the eclipse today. If you looked up, you probably saw 97% of the sun covered by the moon if you were in the capital region. If you went a little further north, the places like Lake Placid, they reached totality up in Lake Placid, meaning the entire sun looked like this, covered by the moon. Really cool sight over there. Temperatures dropped as the sky grew dark. We had nighttime bugs like crickets that could all of a sudden be heard out of nowhere. Millions of people watched, and hopefully they watched through protective glasses, because you don't want to burn your retinas out. We had our buddy Reed Kisselback doing science experiments with the University of Albany team out there. And traffic, as you saw, though, was an absolute nightmare. Rachel Teedy, who was up in Lake Placid, she's still on her way back. And there Juanique is, talking to a very lovely couple that got engaged right in the middle of this special solar eclipse darkness time. What made this even better, I think, for New York was that the moon, the eclipse path, passed over parts of Texas, Arkansas, Ohio, 15 states in total. But it seemed like here in New York, we had some of the clearest skies. There was cloud cover a lot of those other places. So we had a little cloud cover, but in some of the best spots where we had this totality you're seeing right here, no cloud cover. It was great. It was wonderful. One thing I must say that was not wonderful, as a parent, a working parent who has kids that are in grade school now, it was a half day in Saratoga for my kids. It was a half day for a lot of places. It's like you just drop your kids off, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, the eclipse is coming at 2 o'clock or whatever, so we're going to send your kid home at noon. What kind of parents have jobs where they're just like off at noon and can just leave and not have to worry about like, oh yeah, I'll just find my kid will come home on the bus, and who's going to be there to pick him up? Anyway, that was one of the other problems we were talking about today. I just realized none of you may have been able to hear me talking over that because we had all the audio. Anyway, I was talking about half-day schools. Anyway, leave me a note if you could actually hear me talking. We have a problem with the system sometimes where if we play video that has audio in it, you can't hear me speaking. And that can be an issue sometimes for anyone who actually wants to pay attention to the words coming out of my mouth. Anyway, the last story. It's a half day of school because of the dang solar eclipse, and parents were left confused about what the heck they were going to do. Anyway, another fun story we're talking about, and a really fun one. If you're hungry, this next story is for you. I wrote this with you guys in mind. It was a very special day for everybody out at Guss's Hot Dogs and Water Volites. They were celebrating their anniversary. And not just any anniversary, 70 years of tasty business for Guss's Hot Dogs. And the fans, as you can see, very happy to help them celebrate. Look at that line. Dang. Woo. So many customers stood in line just to get some of these famous mini hot dogs. Let's see if we can take a peek at these hot dogs. I have not been to Guss's Hot Dogs. I don't know what they look like, but one of the really cool things about this special is that they were 10 cents. Okay, so they're like 3 inches long, little buns. Maybe put some mayonnaise, some ketchup. I like mayonnaise on my hot dogs along with ketchup, and then the works. You got to have onions and relish and some sauerkraut if you can. Anyway, 70-cent hot dogs. Sorry, 10-cent hot dogs. You were limited to 10 of them, though. So the 10-cent hot dogs, you could only buy a maximum of 10 mini hot dogs at a time. That's still like 70 cents at that point, right? No, wait. Yeah, 10. So a dollar. About a dollar. You could buy $1 worth of hot dogs, 10 of them. It's a good deal. Anyway, that's a popular place. I've never been. And it turns out our wonderful guest today, Winique Martinez, you've never been to Guss's Hot Dogs either. Seeing them made there in the back, not as tasty looking as I was hoping they would look. But that's just like, it's that saying, right? You don't really want to see how the sausage gets made. You just want to sit there and eat it after it's been baked.
Well, I thought that they still looked pretty tasty. Even seeing that footage, I wanted one, and I've never been before. And Tessa actually brought that up on Sunday when we were live. And she is organizing a trip, I think. So we all have to go.
I like that idea. Tessa been tooling everybody, doing the people's work. I think we need to implement a new rule. Like, we don't give any of these restaurants and places like free advertisement where we talk about them for minutes on end, unless they send us like free samples of their food. Because it's just like, from our perspective, like we work all day and like today was tough. Like I didn't have time to go out and like get dinner. So I'm sitting here looking at hot dogs on my screen and thinking like, damn, that looks good. Let's take another peek at them one more time. Just for, Okay, people, get out of the way. They've got a lot of fans. Some of these guys look like they've been eating their hot dogs for all 70 years the place has been around. Looks good. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay, well, let's get inside again. Take us inside, Guss. Who cut this? Who cut this video? Hurry up. Let me inside. Well, I got you here, Winique. What's your favorite go-to, like, what do you like on your hot dogs?
So I'm classic in terms of what I like on my hot dog, just ketchup and mustard.
Just ketchup and mustard? Like you wouldn't like pile on the relish, or you wouldn't go like extra crazy like they do in Chicago and put like pickles and stuff on there?
Maybe pickles, but I've actually never tried that. Like I do like pickles separately, so I'm open. But yeah, usually I just do ketchup and mustard.
Mm-hmm. Me, personally, chili dogs. Love a good chili dog. Like chili cheese on there too. When I lived in Los Angeles, there was this famous hot dog shop called Pink's Hot Dogs in like West Hollywood. Mm-hmm. And they called it Pink's. I don't know why they called it Pink's. I think the owner is just this lady who loved the color pink. She had like a bright pink Corvette parked right out front and would drive it around town and be seen all the time. Anyway, the hot dogs were actually really, really cool. One of my favorite hot dogs I ever had there was called like the one dog to rule them all, like a playoff of Lord of the Rings. And it was a hot dog. And they stuck onion rings, like deep fried onion rings, around the dog. So you had like all these like onion rings around the hot dog in a bun, and you could throw like chili cheese on there too. Fantastic. And it was weird. Like Pink's Hot Dogs had the best French fries. Also, like if you like chili cheese French fries, there's something about that mixture of like their chili and the French fries, which were like seasoned fries and like extra crispy. It's fabulous. The best I've ever had. And they'd always, like almost every day, to have like a line of like tourists stretching around the block trying to get their hot dogs. So can't recommend them enough. We've really been going a long time talking about hot dogs. Yeah. What we need to be talking about is this dang weather, because things weren't too bad today. Pretty enjoyable. Yeah. It's going to be even maybe a little warmer tomorrow, right? But eventually, we got rain in the forecast.
Yeah, we do have rain in the forecast. It is April, after all, April showers. So we are tracking rain by Wednesday. But yeah, it's quiet outside tonight in Albany and still mild with temperatures in the 40s and 50s. It's still 57 degrees right now on the CDP HP first warning cam with very light winds coming in from the southwest. Now, over the next 8 hours, we'll stay under mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures will reach the lower 50s by the overnight. Back down into the upper 40s as we near the start of the day tomorrow under mostly clear skies with temperatures in the lower 40s. Now, tomorrow will be a warmer day, as Steve mentioned. Most of us will see temperatures at or near 70 degrees. Starting the day with temperatures in the 40s into the upper 50s by 11 a.m., we'll start to have some cloud cover that will build ahead of our next rainmaker. Now, look at this average high temperature trend. The average high for this time of year is 56 degrees. We'll reach 70, so well above that on Tuesday, but will be near seasonable on Wednesday and Thursday, with temperatures back down into the lower 60s. So let's time this rain for you hour by hour, staying mostly dry as we head throughout the evening, or dry rather, I should say, as we stay throughout the evening with mostly cloudy skies. And we'll see cloud cover start to build tomorrow, but tomorrow you'll have a bright and sunny start to your day with dry conditions prevailing. Now, by the afternoon, we'll just have a few passing clouds throughout the forecast. And as we go deeper into the night on Tuesday, that cloud cover will build from our west. Rain showers will work in on Wednesday morning, just scattered in nature, but they turn more widespread as we go throughout the afternoon on Wednesday. Lingering showers throughout the 2:30 p.m. hour all the way into the evening, and then we'll see those showers turn more scattered as we near the later hours into the evening. We'll still track showers on Thursday and Friday as well, and lingering showers on Saturday. But tonight, temperatures drop back down into the lower 40s, and then tomorrow we'll have temperatures near 70 with a mix of sunshine and clouds. We'll track that widespread rain on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We turn breezy again on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We do have a chance of isolated rain and snow showers, especially for the higher elevations on Saturday.
Woohoo! You know, Monique, I don't think people realize how lucky we are that we didn't have super cloudy skies during this eclipse. We started planning our coverage here at News Channel 13 like over a month ago, and we kept just knocking on wood, hoping like it was going to be a nice, easy, clear day. And we pretty much got what we wanted. I know there were some parts here in New York where the skies got a little overcast and cloudy during the eclipse, but there were some really good locations still where you could get amazing views. I remember we were talking about like, okay, so we do all these news stories, we do all this special coverage. We're going to go live for like 3 hours the day of the eclipse. What in the world do we do if it's like a super overcast, like rainy, awful day? It was like a month or 2 months out almost, and we're trying to like figure that out. Like, okay, guess we're just going to take a risk, see if it works.
Well, thankfully, we did not have to deal with that today, only clouds. And we had a few clouds at Lake George, and that's where I was today, but they were high and thin clouds, so it didn't really affect the view of the eclipse at all.
Yeah, even when the clouds were like in front of the eclipse, you could still, especially with your special looking glasses on, you could look right through and see the sun and moon cutting through. It's really, really something else. Anyway, I think we lucked out. It was great. It was funny also watching like the network coverage. Like they had all these the other big network stations were like in Vermont and in Dallas and all over the dang country trying to like find the best spots. And like in 9 out of the 10 places, all these correspondents and anchors were set up. It's like, yeah, it's a cloudy day, unfortunately, over here. We didn't know it was going to be like this. We should have just stayed in Manhattan, where the weather is much better now, and we could have got a better view. Oops. Anyway, that was fun. And if you want to have more fun with Monique and I, we're going to be talking about the eclipse and some of the other top stories that happened here in the capital region. That'll be on News Channel 13 coming up in 40 minutes at 11. News Channel 13 at 11 here at NBC 13. Hope to see you all there. And Monique, I know I'll see you there. And if I don't, I'm going to do a horrible job trying to recap the weather without you. So anyway,
I'll be there.
we'll see if there's some drama. If Monique doesn't show up, who knows? She'll be there. All right. And I'll see you guys there too. Thanks again.